For 21 different WrestleManias, the same thing will always happen. The Undertaker will win a match. Bro, literally that simple. Whether it was against his brother, a handicap match, a casket match, or even a match with a special guest referee, that was cheating. Somehow, The Undertaker will always find a way to win. And the more wins he got, the more the streak became an event. The more the streak became legendary. Something that could never be replicated. It was March 24th, 1991. On The Undertaker's birthday, the streak was born. We got Taker vs Jimmy Snuka at WrestleMania 7. Taker looked super scary and he had Paul Bearer on his side. So the dead man ended up dominating Snuka in 5 minutes. And that was it. Bro, it's just crazy to see how far ago this all started. The next year we got Jake the Snake vs The Undertaker. At this time, Taker started to become so over with the fans. We would see Bearer call for the urn, then Taker would come back to life, and the fans loved it. Spoiler, we got another win from Taker, so get used to me saying that. The next victim that stepped up to the plate was an 8-foot man, the Giant Gonzalez. Bro, this dude was huge, pause. I never seen anyone make The Undertaker look this small. It was insane. But it didn't even matter cause Taker still won. But this time by disqualification. So that was different. Also, we got a pretty cool entrance. It would have been better at night, but that's another story for another day. The next WrestleMania, The Undertaker didn't show because of an injury. So fast forward to WrestleMania 11. Now this is where we got one of the greatest matches ever. Nah, I'm just playing. We got Bundy vs Taker. This was the first time the commentators acknowledged that Taker never lost at WrestleMania. Yeah, so this was another fast match with quick dominance. Now we're at WrestleMania 12. To me, they gave us the best Taker entrance so far. It was dark, it had some purple with the smoke, plus Paul Bearer with the urn. Bro, this was scary and I loved it all. This match was actually pretty good. Diesel was Taker's first real threat. But of course, that didn't matter. Taker became 5-0. The first 5 matches for the streak wasn't anything too important. But trust me, this was only the beginning. At WrestleMania 13, Undertaker main evented his first WrestleMania. And he was up against Psycho Sid for the WWF Championship. For the match, we had Shawn Michaels on commentary. Because at this time, he lost his smile. Bro, so the commentary team was Vince McMahon, Shawn Michaels, JR, and Jerry the King Lawler. So you know they made this match feel so much more special. Taker became the WWF champion and added another one to his streak. The following year, we got brother versus brother, twin versus twin. We had the biggest streak match yet. And this all started with Kane's legendary debut. The promo for this match was insane. We had people catching on fire, caskets catching on fire, and literally everything you could think of. Kane even took Paul Bearer from Taker. And yo, this dude was getting his licks back. He was not playing. This match was another fun one. We had Taker doing crazy dives into tables. Kane was kicking out of tombstones, and he was actually the first one to do that. Yeah, so this match was lit. Taker ended it with a 3rd tombstone, and he was 7-0. At WrestleMania 15, we got the first Hell in a Cell streak match. This is when Taker started changing up his character. He was a part of the Ministry of Darkness, and bro, his theme song was straight heat. Like for real, this might have been his best one. But for the match, they barely used any weapons. This was in a Hell in a Cell, and it didn't feel intense at all. It really just felt like another match. WrestleMania 16, we didn't get Taker because he was out from an injury. But later that year, he debuted the iconic American Badass. This was a more cooler Taker, a more relatable one. It was a perfect time for change. So for the next WrestleMania, we got the most loved one, WrestleMania 17. Now, I actually watched this WrestleMania for the first time recently, and I did a whole video on it. That WrestleMania was just amazing. But anyways, this is where we got the first Triple H and Taker match for the streak. Bro, this match was tough. Undertaker was beating up a ref, then the two fought in the crowd, and Taker almost killed Hunter on live TV. The American Badass definitely brought a different feel to this match. It felt way more fast paced, so I enjoyed it. The next year, Taker faced another legend. He fought the Nature Boy Ric Flair. The two gave us a brutal and bloody match. Taker was beating the Flair out of Ric Flair that night. No doubt, it was another fun battle, but now we're at 10-0. Bro, at WrestleMania 19, Taker was so unstoppable. They put him in a handicap match, and he still won. Yo, the highlight of this match was Taker's entrance. He had a live performance, and it was valid. For WrestleMania 20, we had Brother vs. Brother Part 2, and this gave us a legendary return of the Dead Man. His WrestleMania 20 entrance is still talked about to this day. It was amazing. The Dead Man was back, and he looked unstoppable. Now for the next WrestleMania, the streak matches started to become an event. The storyline actually spoke more about defeating the streak. Bro, we had Randy Orton being a savage for no reason. He was disrespecting everyone and their fathers, and even his own girlfriend. Bro. So in the match, Randy was getting busy. He got his pops to come out, and his pops hit Taker with a cask, and Taker still kicked out. And then to add on, they gave us a legendary RKO. It was a chokeslam into the RKO out of nowhere. Yeah, this was the one that made it become the iconic move it is today. This match was just so important for both of these two. Randy became a huge star, and Taker's streak matches hit a new level. The next WrestleMania, we got a casket match. Mark Henry vs. The Undertaker at WrestleMania 22. It was a streak versus the world's strongest man. It was cool to get a casket match at WrestleMania. I don't think that ever happened before. In the match, we got to see Taker do a crazy dive over the casket. Taker ended up putting Henry in the casket, and he got another win. Now he was 14-0. After that Henry match, bro, we started getting bangers after bangers. Like, it's just crazy to think about it. After Taker won the Royal Rumble in 07, we got the unforgettable segment. It was when Taker chose to fight Batista at WrestleMania. The story for this match was simple. It was the Animal versus Streak. Bro, at this time, Batista was in his prime. He was one of the biggest names in the company. So if anyone could beat The Undertaker, it was him. Bro, this Taker entrance is iconic, legendary, and just beautiful. Honestly, this was just my favorite era of Taker. He had the look, the matches, and the aura was just maxed out. But this match is just criminally underrated. The Dead Man was doing crazy dives for no reason, and Batista was slamming Taker through tables. But once Taker hit him with the tombstone, it was wraps. Undertaker was a new world champion and 15-0 at WrestleMania. For WrestleMania 24, Taker got his second WrestleMania main event. It was the Opportunist versus Streak. Bro, I love Edge. Character-wise, I feel like he would have been a good option to defeat the Streak. He was already the most hated person in the world, so if he would have defeated the Streak, bro, it would have been crazier. What's also crazy is Edge was even planned to win this match, but Edge refused because he didn't want the streak to end. But like I said earlier, we got hit after hit. They gave us near falls, a ref bump, Edge cheating, Taker's tombstone, the ref running to the ring meme. Bro, this was just mad fun. It really gave us a lot of tough moments. But now, the streak was gonna reach levels no one could imagine. It started at WrestleMania 25. They gave us The Undertaker vs. Shawn Michaels, and this is remembered as one of the greatest matches of all time. Somehow, it didn't get the main event. The storyline was perfect. The promo package was even better, and this match was fantastic. The presentation for their entrances was beautiful. It was light versus dark. Once the match started, the crowd was hot the whole time. They were 50-50 between the two. And those two didn't disappoint at all. We saw Michaels dive outside, he missed, and then we got one of my favorite spots ever. Taker goes for the dive, but no, Michaels pushes the cameraman away, and Taker almost dies. Bro, this was crazy because the cameraman really took it for the team. This was just a perfect wrestling match. The crowd, the commentary, the moves, the kickouts, the storytelling in this match was all just perfect. And if you got to watch this masterpiece live, bro, you were lucky. Taker became 17-0, and those two gave us a classic. But like Drake, these fools wanted to go back to back. And this time they got the main event of WrestleMania, but it was gonna be a career versus streak match. It was either Undertaker's streak was over or Shawn Michaels' career was over. And whatever was gonna happen, it was gonna be something no fan would ever forget. Bro, this match is so overlooked because of the first one. But this one had the same energy and drama, but even more stakes. Even though Michaels did everything he could, it wasn't enough. It was emotional. Michaels' career was over. One of the greatest of all time, career was ended. After the two masterpieces they gave us, if Michaels couldn't defeat the streak, no one should. At WrestleMania 27, Triple H got back in the mix. He wanted to get back for Shawn Michaels. So those two went to war in a no-holds-barred match. Bro, it was straight chaos. Taker almost died by another dive. We got table spots and chair shots to the head. This was just a war. At the end, Taker got the win, but Triple H won the battle, and the Undertaker needed to get carried out the arena for the first time ever. So for the next battle, the Undertaker was the one that called him out. He felt like he didn't win the battle. He wanted to get back. So for this match, it was named End of an Era. They even had Shawn Michaels come back and be the special guest referee, and this made the match spicy. This was the Undertaker's biggest threat by far. How will he be able to do it? Well, you know what happens next. Michaels hits the Sweet Chin music on Taker, and then Hunter hits the pedigree. Two of the most devastating finishers in history. Everyone stood up. 1, 2, kick out. Undertaker showed us he wasn't human. Bro, this was unreal. Everyone for a quick second thought the streak was over, and somehow it wasn't. Taker became 20-0 at WrestleMania. The three all showed love and respect to each other, and the crowd gave those three what they deserved. It was a perfect ending for all of them. And this is where the Undertaker should have retired. It was just right. It was perfect. He was 20-0. It was an end of an era, greatest character, greatest streak, and he would have been remembered by most as the greatest to ever do it. I wish this was the end of it, but it's not. At WrestleMania 29, we got Undertaker's last win with the undefeated streak. This was also Taker's last banger at WrestleMania. Bro, I love this match so much because it was one of the first ones I ever seen. So this match honestly means a lot to me, like for real. Undertaker became 21-0, and that was it. The next year, we saw the unthinkable. We saw Brock Lesnar destroy the Undertaker, and he became the 1 and 21-1. I don't have a problem with Brock being the 1. It just sucks about what the streak became years after this. It became a joke. It was never the same. But in Undertaker's prime, he was the final boss, and he ended everyone at the grandest stage of them all. It didn't matter who you were. So thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe, and peace.